What's up, tech heads and gamers? It's your boy Mello, E to Z to the E. Welcome to the channel where we respect the tech and we salute the gamers and we say, come on, let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't heard, I'm sure you have by now. Hold up, pause. Let me just take a second to let you guys know I know that I'm not mashing. I have an orange shirt and a red hoodie. Maroon, if you want to call it that. Definitely no, I'm not mashing. So let's just move right past that. So I want to talk about this article from Wall Street Journal saying that they have officially heard from Nintendo that is going to be new consoles being released in 2019, new Nintendo Switch consoles. So today I just want to take a second to talk about what my wish list are for that new console. So if you guys didn't know, I love my Switch, right? I think it's one of the best consoles. It's a console that's actually making me put down my PS4. My PS4 is collecting dust straight up because I don't play it as much as I play my Switch. So kudos to Nintendo for making the Switch. I'm sure I'm not the only one that appreciates it. A lot of you guys who own it, you guys have talked about highly how much you praise it, how much it's a great console. So there's a lot of you guys who really enjoy this console. But as life goes, you know there's always stuff that can be done to make something even better, and that's what this wish list is about. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I think can make the next Nintendo Switch better. Alright, the first being is bigger battery life. So this is something that I feel like as gamers it can benefit us a lot more. So when I played The Legend of Zelda, right, I would get 2 or 3 hours play and then I'll have to charge the console. I'm thinking 4 to 6 will be dope if they can get that into next Switch, like have a battery size big enough for us to give us about like 4 to 6 game hours battery life without needing to recharge it to keep playing. So that would be dope if we can get a bigger battery. Second thing I want to talk about is a better screen. And in the article it states that Nintendo's aware that the screen is not that great for the Switch and they want to work towards providing a better screen. Now we're not talking about 4K because we know that's going to drain the battery, but I like what Samsung is doing with the phones where they have 2K, but then to save battery you can put it to not use 2K, like put it 1080p. I would like a 2K screen on the Switch, but at the same time, like give you the option to reduce it to save battery. So yeah, 2K, we can put it 1080 or 720 to save more battery. So that would be dope if we can get that for the Switch. So again, we have bigger battery, better screen. I would also like the screen to be a little bigger. It doesn't help. I mean, trying to play like first-person shooters like Wolfenstein 2, trying to read those texts, especially like in Doom, it's really tiny, really small. I would like for it to be a little bigger, not big enough to where it feels like you're holding an iPad in your hands, but make the screen just a little bigger. I think it'll benefit the users for sure, and the developers, because it'll give them a bigger screen to fit more in the screen. So battery life, screen. The third thing I would like to see is just performance, right? One thing I am envious about with Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro is the fact that you can still play the current gen games on your system, but there's a little enhancement if you have a Pro or an Xbox One. I would like the Switch to have something similar to that, where it can enhance, where they'll make a system, but it can definitely enhance the graphics and the performance of current games, or take advantage of the future games coming to the Switch. For instance, a game like Bayonetta 3 Make it playable on the old Switch, but if you have the new Switch, have it to where you can see like better shading, better graphics. I think that would definitely benefit first party studios, but I see it benefiting third party studios a lot. Can you imagine? So, a lot of complaints that we get from like big third party titles like Doom and Wolfenstein is it doesn't look as good as the PS4 or the Xbox One. So with with a Nintendo Switch Pro, if you want to call it that, if that's the name Nintendo decides to name it, imagine if we can see Doom or Wolfenstein 2 look close to the PS4 counterpart, not PS4 Pro, but closer to the PS4, where the shading match, where we're not getting a lot of motion blur, where it looks good. Not PS4 Pro good, but the basic normal PS4 graphics good. I think the Switch can pull that off. And then again, if you have the normal Switch, you'll just get the regular Doom like you see it now on the Switch. But have a console to where we can see enhancement on the Switch. Now that's the third thing I would like to see. The fourth thing, I honestly don't think Nintendo needs a new console for this. I feel like we can get this on the Switch, which is edition for third party apps. For instance, getting YouTube on your Switch, getting Netflix on your Switch is mind-boggling that we haven't seen these apps on the Switch yet. Again, they can bring this to the current Switch. We don't need a new hardware for this, but it'll be dope if we can also get it on new hardware as well. I would also like to see like themes. I would like to take Nintendo take the online a little bit more serious. I know this has nothing to do with new hardware. This is definitely something that they can still do with the current Switch, but this is a wish list, right? So I would like to see more support for the online, like bring things like themes like the PS4 does or has, and also bring things like group chat to where you can have multiple first of all, like just group conversations, or just having messages where you can talk to people, not need the app. Bring voice chat where we don't need the app to communicate to people with voice like we can do with Fortnite. Just make the online more rich. That's all. That's all we asking. But those are my things. Let me know what you guys would like to see if Nintendo do decide to come up with a Nintendo Switch Pro. There's also rumors that they can be making like a slimmer model, which pretty much is a weaker console. I don't want that. Personally, I don't think that's the right. Or if Nintendo does decide to go that route, make two separate models. Make a high-end model. Like Sony made the Slim and then they made the Pro, and then they still have the OG PS4. I say go that route, leave the Switch, make a Slim, and then make a Pro. Please don't just give us the Slim. Alright fellas, that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you would like to see if Nintendo does decide to make a new console in 2019 or an upgrade to the Switch. What would you like to see in it? Alright fellas, that's all. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Till next time, respect. Salute.